The JBL Quantum series have become quite the big player in the gaming world after many years of producing professional grade audio equipment. I have already reviewed quite a few of the JBL Quantum lineup, and if you want to check out those videos, there's a review in the description down below, or you can click the card that's on the screen now. G'day everyone, Lucas here, and today I am taking a look at the JBL Quantum Stream microphone. JBL ANZ did send me this microphone for review purposes, however no agreements or payments have been made for favourable opinions. All comments and opinions in this video are my own, and they don't even get the chance to see this video before it goes live. No vetting, all honest review. Anyway, let's get on with the video. First up, the unboxing. What we have here is a very simple cylindrical design. It kind of looks a little bit like an empty toilet paper roll. The included desk mount stand is made from aluminium. The body construction is out of metal, and there is a mesh net that is made out of iron. In 2022, this thing is more metal than Metallica and Iron Maiden. Don't think the kids will get that reference. There's a USB Type-C plug in the bottom of the microphone, which I found a little bit tricky to get plugged in using the low profile mount that I use, because I'm not using the stand, but with a right angled adapter I managed to get it to work. It might be different for different mounts, but for this one I had a little bit of trouble. For me personally, I have to say, I'm sure there'll be some other people like this. I would have preferred the actual plug to be in the back of the microphone because there's no mount there. It's going to be completely out of the way. So I feel like that would have been a better choice. There's a ring of RGB lights around the base of the microphone. They're subtle, but they're still visible. They don't sort of catch your eye too much, so they won't be distracting. It's a cool, neat feature to display whatever color that you prefer, something to match your decor or whatever theme you've got going. But it's a really handy feature to have those lights. You can change them to whatever you want. You can also set it to change to a different color and even flash if you like when you mute the microphone. So it'll be very obvious that you're muted and you won't do that stupid thing where you've been talking for the last 5 minutes and nobody heard a word you said because it was muted. I've got quite a few stupid friends that do that. And from time to time, I'm one of those stupid friends. This helps with that. There's a big, easy to turn dial on the front of the microphone, which will actually adjust your PC's volume. That volume dial, that can also be pressed like a button. If you press that button in, you go from adjusting your PC's volume to adjusting the gain on the microphone. However, I find it a lot easier just to use the Quantum Engine software to adjust those sort of things. You don't have to memorize what the button means when you press it in, because you kind of don't know. But I'll cover off more on that Quantum Engine software a little later in the video. On the very top and center of the microphone is a capacitive touch mute button. And I say button, it's probably not the most accurate description of it. It's more of a sensor. You don't actually have to press anything. You can very, very lightly just touch it and it'll mute your microphone. Previous microphones that I've had have either not had a mute button, or the mute button was a physical button that created a click. Now this could be good because you can actually feel the click of the button and you just have certainty that you've pressed it, rather than, you know, did I touch it, you know, has it activated? However, that click is on the body of the microphone where the microphone is. So that click very easily turns into a massive boom in your recording. Having a capacitive touch, light touch, creates no sound at all. I think that's a fantastic way to put a mute button on a microphone. Hey, let's have a test now. I just pressed this. Sorry, I was actually going on and telling you some features and realized I just pressed the mute button. See, I am one of those idiots. But anyway, hopefully that didn't create a boom noise, because it really is just the lightest of touches. And unmuted now. Simple as that. The JBL Stream Mic has two separate pickup patterns for different applications. The main pattern for most people, I would say, would probably be the cardioid pattern, and that's the one that will basically just take audio from what's in front of the microphone. This is most useful for doing videos such as this one, playing video games, streaming, things like that. The other mode is the omnidirectional one, where it'll basically pick up all around the microphone sort of equally. That way, if you're using it for, you know, maybe an interview, you might have another person on the other side of the microphone, you might be recording an instrument, or you might be just, I don't know, wanting to capture ambient sounds. There's a 3.5mm headphone jack in the bottom of the microphone, and that allows you to plug in your pair of headphones of choice. Now this will allow your PC audio to come through your headphones, as well as mic monitoring. And if you don't know what mic monitoring is, just here's in a nutshell. That basically makes it so your headphones aren't muffled, you feel clear when you're speaking, you don't have that sort of feeling, and you also won't scream as much, you won't be as loud because you can actually hear yourself. Generally, people, if you can't hear your own voice, you raise your voice and you don't even realize you're doing it. So mic monitoring is a good idea. Actually, I think JBL Quantum call it side tone. Same thing. Alright, I've got some super nerdy tech specs that I'm going to give for you guys that really want this stuff. I'm not going to rattle it off because there's a lot of characters and stuff in there. I don't know what they are. So I'm going to put them on screen and give you a little bit of music with it. Enjoy. Alright, so let's have a look at the JBL Quantum Engine software that pairs up with the microphone and also the JBL Quantum line of products. Now the first thing I want to point out is I think an oversight or some sort of issue with the software. It's a very easy fix, but it's a little bit annoying to start off with. Now the first thing I noticed when I plugged in the microphone is I went straight to the JBL Quantum Engine to see what sort of settings that I had. And it says here no connection between headset and dongle. And that's because my headphones aren't turned on. So if I turn them on, the software will come to life. So there we go, we've got it there, right? But I'll turn them off just for this sort of example. When I open it up here, I don't actually have access to anything in the software. I can't click anything while my headphones are off. And this is probably not going to be an issue if you don't use JBL Quantum headphones, but it is if you do. Now I'll show you. If I turn it back on, the program will come back to life. Okay, and then I can click on JBL Quantum Wireless and switch it to the Stream Mic. So now I can change all the settings. But then if I turn it off, it doesn't affect anything anymore. But if you've got it set to your Quantum Mic 610s, if I've got it set to that, I can't actually adjust the settings on this using Quantum Engine without first turning on the JBL Quantum headphones and switching it to then the JBL Quantum Stream. So there's a little bit of an oversight there in the program, and I think that probably needs to be fixed. Now we'll move on from that. Now we'll go into the software here and we'll go through this nice and quick. However, if you've got any questions of things that I might have brushed over, pop them in the comment section down below. I'll help if I can. All right, so headphones volume, it's red, it's inactive. I don't have headphones plugged into it, so it's not detecting any headphones. That's fine. Mic volume, it's at 88%. And that there, it can be adjusted down here. So we change that to 100. Actually, I'll leave that at 100. I'm not sure why it wasn't on 100, which will probably affect the video. So I probably better leave it on 88. We'll do that. It will do that. All right, and then we've got the mic level. So it shows here that it's picking up my voice as I speak. And I can turn that off. Yes, that was completely off now. So you can switch the microphone off. It shows the cardioid or the omnidirectional pattern. So now it's going to be picking up on the reverse side and all around the microphone versus cardioid, which is just in front, and it should be quieter if I do this in the back. I'm still really close, so it's going to pick it up anyway, but that's generally the idea of the two different modes. We got the lighting, so if you don't like the lighting, switch it off. Oh yeah, you can see it on camera. Yep, beautiful. I leave it on. It stays on all the time unless you turn it off. Right, down here we got the mic level as well, bouncing mic volume with that side tone. Now this is what I was talking about earlier, about the mic monitoring in the headphones or side tone. It doesn't matter too much to me because I don't generally use it, but it might be something I may use in the future for my show. The HXP show. Watch it on this channel. All right, we can go into the polar patterns. Now this is just the same as these buttons up the top here. But you can go in and have a little bit more of an understanding. It gives you an explanation as to what they are. Sound pickups 180 degree or omnidirectional is 360 all around it. So already sort of gone over that. Now the equalizer. Now this one is where it'll actually change what the actual microphone sounds like. Now you can go in and make a custom profile for this and adjust it if you're an audiophile and all that sort of stuff. Or there's just these presets that you can use. So let's try them. It's on flat at the moment, and then we'll go into conference. Now conference, from memory of testing it out, I now sound like I'm on like a telephone. I don't know why you would use this. Maybe you want this particular sound for some reason, but that's what it is. We used flat. Mic boost. I think this is just probably going to blow me out now, making me super loud. Streaming. I don't really know what they do here, but this is just a different sound. And the last one here is studio. Now studio makes it probably sound like it's going to be really clear. But I don't know, you make up your mind which one you prefer. I think I just leave it on flat. I've been pretty happy with flat. There you go, you can mess around with all those settings if you like, or just leave them alone. Now the lighting, I found this really helpful. I like the purple. I had the purple glow, as you can see there. It's a neat little sort of color. I'll probably tire of it, and then I'll change it to a different color. You can change all different segments. Let me see. I can add some segments in there, and then I can change the color of the segments. We can change this segment, make it green, and then we can, how's that looking? Oh, it's flicking through. Oh yeah, so it's going to go green, purple, purple, red. You can change to, you can add heaps of segments, make that one yellow, make this one blue. So now it's going to go green, purple, blue, yellow, red. And the length of the segment, which you can adjust, is how long that color stays on for. You know, so it's all fancy. And you can change the tempo, so how quick that it will actually go through those colors. So yeah, it's quite customizable. This is for the unmuted, and this is the color it'll be when it mutes. So if I mute, so for the muted sound, I've got it so it's got a spin effect. You see this thing here? That means the red's gonna, like it's spinning around the ring. I like that because it moves, it catches your attention more, so you can tell that it's muted. But yeah, you can, there's a lot of customization here. Alright, so let's move on to the system software. Now this is just for the updates, okay? So we're on the latest version there for the microphones. The actual mic has updates. I'm done, I'm good, and this is the software of the Quantum engines. Everything's up to date. If there is updates, you can come here and it'll install it for you there. And the help section. This is probably the best help that I've seen in an actual device software. You go in here and it'll give you explanations of what the settings are. So if you're a little bit confused on what I'm saying, go in here and read these. It's really cool. There's a FAQ that you click. It'll open up a website. Actually, let's do that. And there you go. It'll have a whole bunch of stuff there for you to go and actually check out and help you with the products. And there's a user manual. You can click on that as well. Once again, it'll open up another website, give you the user manual, go, there we go, scroll down, user manual, English, click it, download it, away you go. But it is in the box as well. Oh, and a really cool feature, it has a mic test button, so you can actually record some audio while you're doing a few different things with the software. Record some audio while you're doing a few different things with the software. And play it back and see if it sounds the way you want it to be. So that sounded pretty good. I'm happy with that. Well, that's the JBL Quantum Engine software. Let's move on with the video. I took the microphone out of the box, I plugged it into my computer, I tested it out. It sounded great out of the box, and that is a really, really, really good thing. A lot of microphones I've used, they're very good quality microphones. However, out of the box, they required a little bit of tweaking. Now, the difference with the JBL Quantum Stream mic is, it can benefit from a bit of tweaking, but it actually has software to accompany it. And I think that's probably one of the main reasons that it works so well out of the box, because I already had the software installed, plugged it in, and away it went. Just in case it wasn't obvious, I've actually recorded this entire video so far on the JBL Stream microphone. So this is what the quality of it is like. However, just for reference, I'm going to play some comparison audio from well-known brands, and we'll compare it with the JBL Stream mic. HMI Module Alpha Humana on approach to Space Station Mercury. HMI Module Alpha Humana on approach to Space Station Mercury. HMI Module Alpha Humana on approach to Space Station Mercury. HMI Module Alpha Humana on approach to Space Station Mercury. To sum it all up, the JBL Quantum microphone slots in quite well with the lineup of the JBL Quantum series. The build quality of this thing is excellent. I like the metal construction, and its actual performance is worth way more than its actual dollar value. This is a sturdy microphone that actually looks really cool, and you don't have to hide it away from your stream. Put it on stream, make it a feature. Have your lights going, the fancy design, all that sort of stuff. Even though it kind of looks like a toilet roll, but whatever. So I would have to say this is yet another JBL Quantum product that I'm really happy to recommend. If you want a stream microphone, this is a very good choice. The price is amazing. I don't mention price anymore because they can change. And obviously in different parts of the world, they're all in different currencies. So I don't want to confuse anyone. Go to your local reseller and check out how much they are if you want to know how much. Well, anyway, that is all I have for this video. Now, I know I haven't covered on absolutely everything on this microphone, so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them in the comment section down below. If I can help you, I will. If I can't, hopefully someone else in the comments section might be able to help you out. Anyway, while you're here, don't forget, click that like button and subscribe if you want to see more reviews from me and my team, and also check out the AgeXP show. We're on every second Monday, but you can find it all on this channel. And if you're wondering what's the AgeXP show, it's basically a live show with a couple of guys who enjoy talking about silliness, stupidity, video games, pop culture, and madness. It really is mad. You probably should check it out. It's not for kids. But anyway, thanks again. That's all from me. And until next time, I am Lucas, and I will see ya!